Okay, hello everyone. So today we'll be starting a different part of our topic, that is how to find magnetic field. And to find magnetic field due to current, we have to use two laws. The one is Biot-Savart law, another is Ampere-Circuital law. So today we are going to cover Biot-Savart's law. Okay, so please note down, there's one very important derivation in this lecture. Also please note down all the formulas because they are very important for your MCQ. Okay, so let's move forward. So what is Biot-Savart law? It is used to find magnetic field, the most basic thing that is used to find magnetic field. And it gives relation between current and the magnetic field that is being produced by the current. So current produces magnetic field, and today we are going to learn what will be the value of that magnetic field. Suppose we have current carrying wire in which current is I, and I take a small line segment DL, and I take a small line segment DL, and I want to find magnetic field at this point. And this point is at a distance R from this small line segment, and the angle theta is between DL and R. So remember, what is theta? Theta is the angle between small line segment and the line joining the point and the current segment. Okay, so magnetic field will depend on value of current. So more the value of current, more will be the magnetic field. Magnetic field will depend on the length of line segment. More the length, more will be the magnetic field. Magnetic field will be inversely proportional to square of distance of the point from current. So magnetic field will be inversely proportional to r square. So if you go far from the length element, magnetic field will decrease, and magnetic field will depend on one very important parameter, that is sine theta. So value of magnetic field by combining all these four parameters comes out to be mu naught by 4 pi I dl sine theta by r square. So this is small magnetic field due to small line segment. Okay, so if you have to find out a total magnetic field, you can integrate on both the side by putting the value of L or putting the value of or putting the limits of theta. So how to do that, we'll learn in upcoming slides. So next is vector form of Biot-Savart's law. So we have already derived this formula that dB is mu naught by 4 pi IDL sine theta by r square. Multiplying by r on both numerator and denominator, we can write dl r sine theta to be dl cross r, because dl is length vector, r is displacement vector, theta is angle between them. So AB sine theta is A cross B. So dl r sine theta will be dl cross r. Please remember, it cannot be r cross dl. The formula is dl cross r. So this is vector form. The dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r divided by r cube. Okay, now what will be the value of this constant? So remember, mu naught by 4 pi is equal to 10 raised to power minus 7 Tesla meter per ampere. And mu naught is permeability of free space or permeability of vacuum. You have to remember this formula for mu naught by 4 pi. It is also called as magnetic constant, and mu naught will be equal to 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7. Now, magnetic field is given by cross product of dl vector and r vector. So magnetic field will be a vector quantity, because by cross product of two vectors we'll again get a vector quantity, and a direction will be given by right hand thumb rule. So you can put your fingers on length vector and curl it around the r vector and you will get direction from your thumb. But in physics we'll use vector algebra to find direction. I'll tell you how to do that in the upcoming numerical. Okay, so we have a current carrying wire in which current is 2 ampere, and there is a small line segment of 0.01 meter, and there is a point P 6 meter from the line segment, angle is 90 degree. I want to find magnetic field at point P due to this small length segment. So dB is mu naught by 4 pi I dl cross r divided by r cube. This is vector form. Vector form is very useful because this form will give you value as well as direction both. So now let's find out the value of all the constants. So mu naught by 4 pi is 10 raised to power minus 7. Current is 2 ampere given in the question. DL is length vector, so length is 0.01 and the direction of length vector will be parallel to current, so I cap, because current is in I cap, so DL will be 0.01 I cap. R will be 6 and it will be 6 J cap. Okay, and the value of R will be 6 meter. So putting all the values, we'll get the answer, and the unit of magnetic field will be Tesla. Please remember, the meaning of this R is the distance of the point from the length segment. Okay. Okay. Now this is a very important derivation. magnetic field at center of a circular loop. So we have a loop in which current is I and the radius of the loop is R, and I want to find the magnetic field at the center. So what I'll do is I'll take a small length segment here dx, and dx will be equal to r d theta because arc length is equal to radius into angle. Now if you'll see, the angle between r and dl will be 90 degree because length vector will be in that direction tangential and the point is at center. So joining this line, this angle will be 90 degree. So theta is 90 degree. Small length element dx will be r d theta. And what will be the distance of center from this point? It will be r because the center is at same distance from all the points of a circle. So r will be, small r will be radius, dl will be r d theta, theta will be 90 degree because direction of length vector is parallel to current. So direction of length vector will be like this and point is at this position. So joining this two, the angle will be 90 degree. So sine 90 is 1. So if we'll integrate on both sides, we have to find out a total magnetic field. So we have to move around in circle. So theta will vary from 0 to 2 pi. Mu naught 4 pi, I and r are constant, and d theta, integration of d theta will be theta, and putting 2 pi, the answer will be mu naught I by 2r. So to remember this formula, that magnetic field at the center of a circular loop is mu naught I divided by 2r, where I is current, r is radius. So more the current, more the magnetic field, more the radius, less will be the magnetic field. Okay, suppose that the loop has n number of turns. Suppose number of turns are n. So magnetic field will be mu naught I upon 2r into n. You just have to multiply with the number of turns. Suppose it is not given in the question, then you have to take the number of turns to be equal to 1. Also remember, if the current is clockwise, the magnetic field will be inwards, and if the current is anti-clockwise, magnetic field will be outwards, again given by right hand rule. So clockwise current, inwards magnetic field, anti-clockwise current, outwards magnetic field. So at this point center, if current is clockwise, magnetic field will be cross, it will be inwards, and if it's anti-clockwise, magnetic field will be outwards, so there will be dot here. Okay, suppose we don't have a full circle, we just have a part of circle where angle theta is given, I is current, n is number of turns, r is radius, and magnetic field is mu naught ni by 2r. This is the formula. Now if we don't have full circle, suppose only a part of circle is there, so if full circle is there, then the total angle will be 2 pi. So for 2 pi, the magnetic field will be mu naught ni by 2r, this formula. So for 1, it will be mu naught ni by 4 pi r, this 2 pi will go downwards. And for theta, the magnetic field will be mu naught ni theta by 4 pi r. So remember, the formula for magnetic field will be mu naught ni theta by 4 pi r, where theta is the total sector angle of the circle. Suppose the full circle is there, then theta will be 2 pi. If half circle is there, then theta will be pi. If 1/4 circle is there, then theta will be pi by 2. So magnetic field depend on the theta. So formula is mu naught ni theta by 4 pi r. Okay, now we'll take one numerical. Okay, before numerical, remember this thing. Suppose we have a wire carrying current I. So at any point which is there on the line which is being formed by extending the current carrying wire. So I have extended the current carrying wire and this point is lying on this current carrying wire. So remember, magnetic field at a point which lies on extending the current carrying wire is 0. So at this point the magnetic field will be 0 because this point lies on the line which is being formed by extending the current carrying wire. So if the point is here, or if the point, suppose the point is here, so at this point also magnetic field will be 0 because if you will extend the current carrying wire, then this point will be on this line. So magnetic field at a point which lies on extending the current carrying wire is 0. So how to prove it? See, if you will have to find magnetic field at this point, so I'll take a small length element here. The direction of this length element will be this side, and if I'll join this point with this point, the r vector will be also in this direction. So theta will be 0 and sine 0 will be 0. Since sine 0 is also 0 and sine pi is also 0. So even if the point is in front or in backward direction, the magnetic field at this point will be 0. So let's solve a numerical here. Suppose we have a loop something like this here. So you will see there are 4 parts to this loop. So first part, second part which is up to this point, third part this straight line segment, fourth part the inner circle. So magnetic field due to first and third part will be 0 because the center, because we have to find the magnetic field at the center. If you will see, this center lies on extending this current carrying wire. Also the center lies on extending this current carrying wire. So due to first and third, magnetic field will be 0. Here we are trying to find out magnetic field at the center. Due to second part, if you will see the second part, the current I is in clockwise direction. The angle theta is 2 pi by 3 and the radius of the outer segment is 2r, r plus r 2r. So formula is mu naught ni theta by 4 pi r. So mu naught ni at the place of theta will put 2 pi by 3. At the place of radius will put 2r and this will be inwards. Similarly, due to this inner circle, angle will be 2 pi by 3. Current will be I, radius will be r. But if you will see, this is now in anti-clockwise direction. So if it is in anti-clockwise direction, magnetic field will be outwards. So mu naught ni upon 4 pi r, 2 pi by 3 outwards. So we have 4 magnetic fields, 0, 0, mu naught ni by 2r inwards, mu naught ni by 6r outwards. So if you take this one negative and this one positive, by adding both of them, you will get the final magnetic field. So this is how you have to use Biot-Savart's law to find magnetic field due to a current carrying wire, a current carrying loop. Now what you will do is I am sending you a quiz, you to solve it and submit it. Okay.